Okay, good morning everyone. So last time we have finished the floating plate inside the box. So this time we are going to do is about the jumping box, just like the game character inside the game stage. So it looks complicated if you take a video, but actually it's pretty simple. You might think we have to set the track and choosing the route and also make a lot of algorithm, but actually it's not like that because we are just working on a music visualizations. So we don't need to do that kind of setting, unlike a real game. We just make the box follow the movement and also the value of the sound, and then we can do that. Make the box looks like it was move along with the music. So actually, it's pretty simple. So first things we have a box component. That's the one we create inside random grasshopper, and we have to define the size. So for define the size, we're just using extract the data from the sound captures right here, and we do the remap again. Okay, we do the remap stop again, and also right here is about the listed items because well I wanted the box move based on the jump in between with in the on the top of the curve. So for example, uh, right now we have 12 plate right here. So I wanted the box jump in between this box. Okay, that's the things I want to have. So we need to have the center of the curve and extract them and create the data list. And based on the change of the music, and we can change the positions of the box based on the data list right here. Okay, but the way how we choose basically is random data, right? So that's how it works, the jumping box. First thing, create the box and then transform the size of the box based on the sound value, and then extract the create a data list from the center point of of the of the of the cube of the rectangle curve, and then by choosing the rectangle the center point based on the random based on the music. Okay, so that's how it works. So let's go to here, and I will go move this one down. All right, and we can choose do a group again and call it. This is about the floating. This one larger. This is about floating plate. Okay, floating plate right here. So let's go create a box. The box we want to create, not this one. Bounding box, I guess, or no, not this one. Let's take a look. Go to surface, primitives, and the box. I think a box rectangle. Not this one. Let's take a look. Center box. Okay, right here, center box. So for the center box, first things we need to do is to uh, define the size of the center box. So how can we define that? Basically, because I hope this one can keep the same proportion, so we can just assign all the same data to the x, y, and z. So how can we do that? Let's take a look. First things we knew using extract the data from the sound captures to the value. Right here, we remap this one to a new domain. So the max size is 8, the minimum size is 2, and we remap the data to the remapped new digital domain and assign them to the XYZ dimensions. Alright, so let's do this. Let's go to Mesh, go to our remap, connect this one to XYZ. For now it was empty, so there's no value right here. And what's the source of the domain? Actually, we have already created that before, so let's just go here. We can directly connect the new recall bound to this side. And the target domain we need to redefine. So let's go to bound, sorry, not bound, construct. Construct domain, connect this one to here, and based on my setting, the minima is 2, the maxima is 8. So I will just copy paste, move this one here. The maxima is 8, and the minima is 2 right here. Okay, so now we have this. And what is the value? If you just connect this to here, it will have 12 data inside. But for now, I just want to have 1. So rather than using data recorder, there is just 12 data. I want to connect to some capture. So it will only import the data right here, rather than give us 3. So if you take a look, right now it's supposed to show up, but we cannot see that. Okay, right here, this is the cube which you have created. Okay, so next part is about to define the center of the cube. So how it works, let's take a look. First things, we need to create a data list of items. Actually, what's the function of list items? Right now, right here, inside the randomness, we will using the randomness to create a series of data. And it will be from, let's take a look. The range is from here. Here is the range, and here is the data. Okay, here is the random seed. So these two things, it will depend on the randomness. Okay, it will define the randomness. And for the list item is that we can choose a certain item from a data list. So the data list we want to use is the center point of the object. So as far as you can see right now, the list is the center point of the rectangle. And here is the random item which we are going to use. So based on the change of the music, we can choose a random object, random center point from the data list. So that's how it works. Okay, so let's try to do that. Let's go to here. Where to find the list of item? Let's go to list line and call out list of item this way. Now we have this one. And where is the list? It's from here, the center point of each circle, each rectangle. And this is the index. So before to do that, we need to create a random. Okay, a random right here. Connect this one to here. And what's the random the range? Let's just connect this one to here. Sorry for that. Let's disconnect this part. Right click and you can disconnect. Go here. This is about the range, and this is about the seed. And you can, if you make this one bigger, it will become stronger. Anyway, I will just connect this one, copy this one to here, and just give this a random, maybe a random number, maybe 5. Okay, so now we have using this one to extract the center point from this surface, and we can connect this one to the base. So this is about the center point of the box. So for now, we can just turn off the preview of these things, and let's take a look of the cube. Probably we cannot see because it was in the center, but as well you can see right now it was jumping based on the different value. If you increase, it will jump to another side. Okay, so it works. So final thing, we can move because I want to move this one on the top of the rectangle of the floating plate. So I will use move. Just like this one, we can copy to here the geometry using the box to replace the geometry. And for the vector, I will just type in a new number slider 100 to here. Maybe not that much, just give them maybe 40. It will be fine. Okay, so now we have this. And finally, it's time for rendering this one. So we can just use in this one as well. But I think this time the things I did is using another way, another different material to do that. So uh, and also I just make them define a simple color for that. So we can just copy this one, color for the stage. Let's copy this one. This is color for the box. Okay. For this one, for this stuff you can still keep the same, but for the geometry, let's just using this to replace that. Okay. And for the rest of the part, you still can keep the same setting because it doesn't matter. For the box, I want to keep the same. And also the color I want to just use in red color because it will be more clear and obvious to see. And for this one, I want to let for glowing, so I'm going to using a vector to control the glowing. So let's give this one a vector emissions right here and 250, right? So double click on empty space to create a 250 slider. Okay, so if you turn on, just preview this one and also preview this one, and we can turn off this one now. Don't forget to save, start to record. Now you have the box. Okay, it will based on your value and the maximum size is 8 and the minimum size is 2. If you want them bigger, you can change right here. Okay, you can change maybe 10 and the minimum size is 4. Okay, so now it's getting bigger. Alright, so now we have this one. And let's do some arrangements. Stop recording. Don't forget to save your file. Ctrl G. And if your stuff is getting very lagging, first thing, stop the recording and also delete the record data right here, and you can release your physical memory. Alright, so this is about the jumping box. And let's finish another sense, and this is a color for the box. And because right now it was glowing, so we cannot see the color. We just see it was glowing. Okay. All right. So this is the second part of the coding. So let's finish the last part of this tutorial about the change of the background. How can we do that? Actually, it's pretty simple. First thing is we need to go to shading mode. Sometimes when you will turn on this one and you try to change the different display mode, it will take a lot of time and also sometimes it will crash. So we need to wait for a second. Okay, so actually it's pretty simple. Let's just draw a template. Draw a super large plate. Okay, right here, and you can put them into any. It doesn't matter. Let's just go to here. Go to render grasshopper and import that one inside. So let's create a surface. Set one surface and choosing this one. Okay, and actually, if you don't want to keep this surface anymore, you can just right click and internalize data. So which means you are going to save the surface data inside this component. So that even you delete this one, it doesn't matter anymore. And you can just connect this one to here. Alright? And we can hide this. So right now the surface color will be controlled by the gradient color. So let's take a look. Go to the view which we have set before, parallel, and don't forget to save your file and save your model. for the render mode and start to play. So for now, as far as you can see, it will change based on based on your voice. Okay, so that's how it works. And also, for sure, you can always make this one become a transparent color as well, just like what we did using the material city, create material component to do that. Alright, so that's it, how it works. Basically, I think because I have already do some optimization for this one, so it still works fluently. If it doesn't work for you, probably you have to reduce the data, reduce the number. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you for watching and see you next time.